Inventory. Here you will find all the products in our warehouse. We also see basic information about each product, including availability in each warehouse, locations, and incoming quantities. There is also an additional expandable panel where you can find information about orders for this product, prices, and assigned barcodes. We can also add a barcode for a bulk package that contains, for example, 5 units of the product. In the next tab, we can generate product labels and then print them. We have a choice of several different label sizes. The next tab is the logs of operations on the product. In this tab, we can define the weight and dimensions of the product, which are useful, for example, for creating automations. There is also a quick edit option for the product, as well as a share button to share the selected product with colleagues, so they don't have to search for it manually. We can also edit tags, which make it easier to sort and search for products. On the list, we can search for products by scanning its barcode, entering its name, SKU number, or tag. Transfers. In these panels, we can work with transfers carried out between warehouses, stores, or from a supplier. Let's create an outgoing transfer. Once in the transfer, we can accept or input goods by scanning them or entering them manually. On touch devices, such as smartphones, swiping gestures are also a useful feature. In the Settings menu, we can decide whether a quantity selection window should appear after scanning or if it should immediately enter 1 unit. Additionally, we can, among other things, accept all goods at once, import them as inventory, or download a list of products in that transfer. We'll execute an outgoing transfer to one of the stores. At this point, this transfer is already visible in the Incoming Transfers panel for that store. Incoming transfers or purchase orders are handled in the same way as this example of an outgoing transfer. Stock taking. By navigating to this panel, we can quickly correct incorrect product quantities. Simply scan the product or enter it manually, and then provide the correct quantities in the warehouse. We can adjust these quantities by adding or subtracting a number of units, or by specifying the correct total number of units for this product. Orders. Here we find a list of orders from all sales channels. All information about them is available here, including the products in the order, its status, method, shipping address, and other useful details. There is also a share button to distribute the order to colleagues. However, the actual work with orders takes place in Packlist module. Pick list. For preparation, we select orders with the paid status. A list of products to be picked is displayed in the order in which they are arranged in the warehouse, so we follow a predetermined, optimal route. Just as in the previous areas of the system, here too we mark products as collected by scanning them, entering them manually, or using intuitive swipe gestures. To avoid chaos, the next items to be picked appear as the previous ones are scanned. We can also navigate to a selected warehouse location, and the list will automatically adjust. There is also an option for multiple employees to work on a single picking list. Once we've collected the products, the next step is to pack the orders using the Packlist module. Packlist. We select the list that contains only orders for which we have just collected the products. We see the first order to be packed along with all the necessary information about it, such as the order date, shipping method, current status, and product details. We pack products into the order by scanning them, entering them manually, or using swipe gestures. After scanning all the products, a courier label is automatically generated and printed, a tracking number is added, the order is marked as packed, the customer receives a status notification, and the system moves on to the next order to be packed. In the additional menu, if necessary, we have the option to manually trigger actions, such as changing the status or shipping method, printing a courier label or address, or adding a tracking number. As you can see, the packing process is very straightforward and automated, which greatly minimizes the chances of mistakes and errors. Data collector. This is the place where we can create general product lists for various purposes. For example, we can create a list of products that will be discounted or products that have been damaged in the warehouse. Such a list can then be exported to a CSV file or, for example, used for a transfer. It is, therefore, a place that simplifies and streamlines working with product lists. Point of sale. We start the transaction by entering products either by scanning them or by entering them manually. We have the option to search for a product in the database by its name or code. Customer data can be added to the transaction by selecting an existing customer from the list or creating a new one. The menu includes additional options, such as a receipt preview or sending a confirmation email to the customer. To complete the transaction, click Pay, choose the payment method, and enter the amount paid. At that point, a receipt is printed, and the transaction is completed. We can then serve the next customer. Shelf labels. These labels, in addition to clearly marking the shelf, also feature special QR codes that add useful functionality. Imagine we receive a new product in a delivery and need to find an appropriate place for it in the warehouse. Manually searching for the product in the system and entering its new location would be time-consuming and prone to errors. Instead, we first scan the QR code on the specific shelf and then scan the product we just placed there. That's it. The product's location is updated. If we want to assign several products to the same location, we scan the location's QR code twice to activate continuous entry mode. We then scan the subsequent products, and their locations are updated automatically. Once finished, we close the window by clicking OK. This method eliminates errors and mistakes while significantly speeding up the entire process. In the panel, we can quickly generate and print the necessary labels by selecting the appropriate size and range of markings. We can also enter any shelf designation. Reports. In the system, you can easily create any reports regarding products, orders, sales, or inter-warehouse movements. Options such as selecting the appropriate columns, sorting by one of them, or filtering by chosen values allow us to create very precise, clear, and valuable reports that provide insight into the company's performance. The prepared reports can be saved and will then be accessible from the drop-down panel. We can also download them or schedule their delivery at specific time intervals. This way, our finalized report can be waiting in our inbox as soon as we arrive at work, allowing us to immediately get started on our tasks. Order automations. The automation module can be found in the Settings panel. It is a very useful tool that provides us with numerous possibilities to automate many processes, eliminating the need for manual operations as well as the risk of human errors. Let's create an example automation. Give it a name. We choose the condition, if the total weight of the products in the order exceeds 30 kilograms. Add an action. Then, set the shipping method to DPD pallet shipping. And set the order status to pallet shipping. As you might infer, thanks to this automation, if the total weight of the products exceeds 30 kilograms, the system will automatically set the appropriate status and change the shipping method to pallet shipping. We can also create, for example, an automation that, after an order is packed, changes its status to packed and sends a message with this information to the customer, or an automation that notifies us if an order appears that cannot be fulfilled due to missing products. There are many possibilities with tangible benefits that will streamline your company's operations.